Welcome to KENJI'S kitchen. Today we are going to make fish marinated with Japanese miso, and it's going to taste really great, and I hope you enjoy. Today we are going to use Chilian sea bass instead. And again, you can use more common fish, for example, salmon as well. But one good thing is you want to use quite the fatty side of the fish because the fat and this white miso makes really good harmony of it. So other ingredients I would like to introduce too. So as I said, Saikyo miso, which is shiro miso. And shiro miso is usually sweet. And the name Saikyo coming from Kyoto. And the base is, you may know miso is made of soybeans. But for Saikyo miso, major ingredient is actually rice. So that's the reason why it is sweet. And you can use other miso too for today's recipe, but I highly recommend shiro miso because it has a really natural sweetness and it looks like this. It's about 200 grams. And next is sake. As you know, Japanese sake, which is made of rice. Many people say rice wine. Many people already have tasted it too. You don't need to use expensive sake for this recipe, and just a regular sake is going to be good. And I usually do not use cooking sake for my cooking because I think it is a good idea to able to drink anything you are going to use for the cooking. So I usually do not use cooking sakes. And this is 2 tablespoons. And another really important ingredient is mirin. Have you used the mirin before? Mirin is similar to Japanese sake, but it is sweeter. And the ingredient is actually not just the regular rice, but it is sweet rice. Sometimes people call mochi rice. Mochi rice has much more starch content, therefore it is much stickier, and also when you are going to make a fermentation process for the brewing, because it has more starch, when the process of making a mirin, they usually put the higher alcohol to stop the fermentation. Therefore, there is a naturally sugar is going to remain to the mirin making. So that's the other one of the reason why it is sweeter. So I'm going to put the salt about like 10 inches away from the fish, and you are going to salt them. The reason why I'm going to do like a little bit far away is not because I'm showing off my skill, but rather it's going to evenly to be salted, and also back side as well, or like the front side, either way. Fish. And also like pour some of the not some, all of the sake I prepared, and you just put it to marinate, not marinate, but like just wait about 30 minutes in the fridge. So you can. While fish is in the fridge, let's make miso marinade. The white miso. So it seems quite a lot, but this is important. And next, I'm going to put the sugar and also sake. And the mirin. And it is easier to use whisks too. Let's try. Here you go, very easy. So 30 minutes has passed. I took out fish out of the fridge, and we are going to pad dry before marinating with miso. So as you can see, fish has been produced a little bit of liquid too. It's not just sake. Basically, the salt takes out the fishiness from the fish, and also sake is basically gives the better flavor to meat or fish itself. And next, we are going to put the miso marinade to plastic bag. As you know, I love using plastic bags many times. This one is the my fish marinade bag. Put all the marinade in the bag and let's see. And put the fish in. Let's put fruits and the next one as well. And make sure you are mixing or like giving the all the marinade surrounding the fish. And take the all the air out. I usually do like putting like this and keep almost out like this, so that almost the air is out. And we will wait, or we will marinate about 2 to 3 days. You can do overnight too, but it will not give the best of the flavor. So you want to wait at least 2 days. 3 days is probably good. So after 3 days of marinating fish in the fridge, I took out to here. So you want to wipe actually out a little bit of this miso marinade before cooking. Take the miso. As much as it's fine, just like having a little bit actually gives the nice charred color too. So just this much is fine. Okay, and I'm going to put over here as well. So after wiping the miso off the fish, you put it in a 400-degree oven about 10 to 15 minutes. Depends on how quickly it is going to be cooked. But you just want to check the how it is cooking time to time. And this is the result after the 10 minutes. And as you can see, it's really beautiful color and also really nice aromas you can smell in your kitchen. So now let's try the fish. Itadakimasu. As you can see, the fish is very flaky. It is so nice moist because the miso marinade keeps moisture in the fish, so it is very moist. And let's try eating. Texture of the fish became the much more flakier, and the flavor of miso is great because it enhanced by a little bit of sugar and the mirin and sake. It tastes so sweet at the same time very savory, and this goes quite well with miso soup and Japanese white rice, and it becomes a perfect Japanese meal. I hope you are going to try making this dish at home. Thank you for watching. Happy cooking!